guys, it's Taylor. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. Now, I know today's video is going to look a little different from the usual. I've pretty much just been sticking to plan with me's. That's just what's easiest with everything that's been going on since I've gotten back to teaching. So I'm kind of excited to switch things up a little bit and switch my focus on my YouTube just a little. So today, I'm going to be talking about my 2021 goal setting systems, and then I'm going to dive into what some of those goals are, and I really would like to do these videos every month. I think it would be really helpful to talk about my goals on my YouTube channel. One, because I feel like it will hold me accountable. Two, because that's part of what I want to do on my channel is to help other people find systems that work for them. And currently in my life, goal setting has become incredibly important. And so it makes sense to reflect that on my channel. And hopefully if goal setting is something that you're interested in, or if it's a new journey for you, then my journey can sort of help you in some way. That is ultimately what the hope is in sharing this with you guys. So I hope that you all are on board and ready to dive into goal setting. This is going to be so much fun. So quickly, I almost forgot to introduce myself. My name is Taylor for those of you who may be new to my channel or watching a video of mine for the first time. I don't normally do goal setting videos. A lot of my videos are centered around planning, and as you will see in this video, all of my goal setting is going to be done using planners. So you'll sort of get to see how I tie in goal setting with my planner systems. Before we get started on my goals, I wanted to remind you to hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed to me already, so that way you can be a part of my goal setting journey and you can continue to see my month-to-month goals. I also have just recently started incorporating my goal setting into my weekly planning. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so that way you can keep up with my goal setting and just continue to see how everything works for me going through the rest of the year. So without further ado, let's talk about what planner systems I am using. I'm actually using two different goal setting planners. Now, normally I wouldn't recommend using two systems for the same thing, but as we get going and talking about my goal setting, you'll start to kind of see my reasons behind it. And for now, not saying this is something that I will probably stick with forever, but for now, this is just what's working for me. And when it comes down to goal setting, tip number one is to use what works for you, despite what anybody else is using. So the first goal setting system I am using is the Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets. If you are not familiar with the company Cultivate What Matters, it was built by an amazing woman named Laura Casey who really tackles goal setting from the perspective of long-term vision. So she really has you sit down and think about what is most important in your life and what's going to matter when you're 80 years old and when you're looking back at your life and how you spent your time. And I really, really love that about her goal setting because this system brings me back to my why constantly. And I feel like if you don't really have a strong why, then why are you setting goals, right? So this is the first system I'm using. I actually first started using the Power Sheets last year in 2020. And as you can imagine, 2020 was not a good year for me and my goals. Now, with that being said, I definitely made a ton of progress on my 2020 goals, but I wasn't necessarily using this system consistently. With that being said, I wanted to give the Power Sheets a second chance because I don't feel like last year I really gave them the time and the energy to really work wonders in my life. And I know so many people, especially in the planner community, that use and love this system. So I decided to give it a second try for the year. And so far, I really, really just love this system. So again, if you're not familiar with it, there are different pages that you work through before the year starts or before you decide to start working on your goals. And these are considered your prep work. So the prep work is you sitting down and just kind of like brainstorming different ideas. As you can see, this was my brainstorm page. You think about the things that fire you up, the things that you enjoy doing, that bring you joy, that spark inspiration. And then you work through several different pages, but you basically just work through the challenges that you're going through. You talk about who you want to be as a person. You talk about the big picture, things that will have mattered, things that won't matter. You think about your yes and your no list. You imagine what your best year would look like, and you sort of just, you work through what's important. And that is why I love this system so much, and I'm so excited about incorporating it into my goals this year. Now, I'm not sure if the power sheets have sold out this year. I think that they have, but if they are still available, I will definitely link them down below. There are 4 different color cover options. Last year I went with the really pretty floral option, and this year I decided to opt for just the simple teal color. I am obsessed with it, and it's so pretty. So apart from the planner being pretty though, it is an amazing system, and I will dive into how I am using it here in a second. But the second goal setting system that I am incorporating is my MakseLife Planner. This is an amazing planner founded by Sierra Friend. She used to be a goal setting life coach, I believe, and so she used to take clients and kind of help them figure out what's important in their life, how to reach their goals, and she would train them through that. And then last year in 2020, she released her first goal setting planner. And you guys, this planner blew up in the planner world. If you are not familiar with the planner community and you're just kind of new and diving into planners, this is one planner that you might start to see around the more you start to do some hopping around on YouTube or Instagram. This is such an amazing system. And what I love about this system is that she really helps you break down your goals. She really helps you figure out your different types of goals and how to separate your goals into monthly, weekly, and daily actions. And I love that. So for me personally, what I take from these 2 planners is that my power sheets helps me figure out what's important and brings me back to my why. And then my MakseLife helps me break these down, take them day by day, week by week, and really incorporate them into my normal schedule and routines. So I'm so excited, you guys. These 2 planners have already made such an impact on the way that I goal set in this new year. Now, I could talk about these 2 planning systems forever, but if you are curious to learn more about them, give them a simple YouTube search and some reviews. There are people that really go into detail about what's inside each of these planners, and I know that because there are so many amazing reviews out there, I don't necessarily need to do that in this video. So if that's something that you want to check out, just go give a quick YouTube search, MakseLife Goal-Setting Planner or Cultivate What Matters Power Sheets. I will go ahead and just point out a couple of YouTubers that use these systems that I love watching. Lakin over at Plan with Lakin is a Power Sheets user. She has used them since I think Laura Casey first released Power Sheets. So if you are looking for a good review, go check out her YouTube channel. Again, that's Plan with Lakin. And then for some good reviews on the MakseLife Planner, Darian Plans is actually one of the, I think she's like the social media spokesperson. I'm not sure exactly what her title is, but she works closely with Sierra Friend, and she does a lot of publicity and communicates a lot with the planner community when it comes to this planner. So I would definitely recommend going to check out her YouTube channel as well and see if you can find any reviews there. So now that I have introduced my 2 planners that I'm using for my goal setting, let's go ahead and talk about how I'm using them and what my goals are. So we're gonna start first with the MakseLife. What I really, really love about the MakseLife is this special page right here. So this is something that Sierra Friend put together. This is the Life Compass Assessment. Her Compass Assessment is basically a quiz that you take where you give yourself a rating to certain categories and areas of your life. And then you average those ratings and you figure out what your score assessment is in each area. So this is something that you do before you even start goal setting. She divides your life basically into 8 different categories, and those categories are personal, fun and recreation, work and learning, family and relationships, health and wellness, spiritual and personal growth, financial and physical environment. And so, long story short, you take the compass assessment and then you fill out this little compass chart, and you can sort of see the balance or lack thereof of satisfaction basically in your life. Because really, this is kind of a satisfaction rating, like where you put yourself on these scales from 1 to 10, how good you feel about them. So that's the first thing I started with, was taking my compass assessment and figuring out, all right, which area of life am I going to need to give a little bit more love to? Which area of my life am I going to keep working at to maintain that's already doing really well? So that's what I started with first, was that compass assessment. Gosh, I wish that I want to just talk about all the things, but I can't. So then she kind of breaks down something quickly that I wanted to point out, is she kind of breaks down goals into 3 different categories. I don't know if you can see that. And those 3 categories are stretch goals, progress goals, and maintenance goals. So I really thought about those types of goals and what those are as I was brainstorming my goals. So basically how you summarize those 3 goals is that stretch goals are achieving what you want in life. So big picture, the things that you dream about, the things that keep you up at night, the things that get you really pumped and excited. Then your progress goals are just improving on things that are not working well in your life. And then maintenance goals are just the things that you're trying to maintain that are already going well. So again, that way when you start focusing on some of those stretch or progress goals and the other areas that are lacking, your maintenance goals really serve as a purpose to make sure those things that are already going well don't slip under. So I love that. And that really made me think hard about my goals and how I was approaching them. Okay, so after I took the compass assessment, I jumped in and I did all of my prep work in my Cultivate What Matters planner, and I figured out, what's important to me, what I'm excited about, all that fun stuff. And then I wrote 8 general yearly goals for myself in my power sheets. The way that I approach this is that since Sierra gives us 8 life categories in the MakseLife, I went ahead and wrote one general goal for each of those categories in my MakseLife planner. So this is what the yearly goals section looks like. And so the purpose that this serves is that these are my big picture yearly goals. Something you will notice is that these 8 goals are not SMART goals. These 8 goals are definitely more broad, more general, which if you're a SMART goals person, that might make you cringe a little bit, but I guess you could almost think of these 8 goals as 8 intentions. That's more along the lines of what these really are, but nonetheless, I call these my yearly goals. Now, these are in no particular order. I actually just did these in the order that I thought that they would look good color-coded. I just wanted to do the Roy G. Biv, so that probably seems silly, but that's what I did. So my first 2021 yearly goal is in the work and learning category, and that is to further my education. So currently, right now, I only have my bachelor's degree. I graduated in December of 2019. So I am basically celebrating a little bit over a year of being graduated. And so I'm definitely looking towards my master's degree and what I want to plan for and study as far as that goes. I don't know if I want to actually get entered into a master's program yet this year, but I know that by the end of the year, I want to have an idea of what master's I want to pursue, what program I want to be a part of, and I also want to take a couple of classes this summer that I can actually get master's credit for. And then also that will just look like taking workshops and seminars throughout the year, or reading professional development books, different things like that. So whatever it's going to look like, even if I don't enroll in a master's program by the end of the year, if I have made some sort of progress in furthering my education, then I will feel accomplished in that goal. So yeah, moving on to goal number 2. This is in the fun and recreation category. And my goal is to do more things that bring me joy and fulfillment. Again, that probably seems pretty broad, but I think over the past 5 years, especially those 4 years I was working on my bachelor's degree, I pretty much threw fun out the window. I was not the college student that like partied and had a good time and never studied. Like, academics was all I was focused on for so long. So this goal is really important to me because I just really want to start putting more time and energy into the things that bring me joy and the things that make me smile and make me excited about life, that aren't just work. So I will talk about what that goal looks like from month to month, but that's why I like this as my yearly goal, because each month I can sort of have a different focus or a different area of joy that I'm looking at and making time for. So that's kind of where my brain was going with that. All right, now my goal number 3 is in the personal category. And again, this is super broad, but this goal is to prioritize personal growth. I know that probably seems like, what does that mean? For me, that just means I am making time every single day and every single week to do something that's helping me grow as a person and as a human being. For me, that means listening to positive podcasts, following inspirational social media accounts, reading books that are going to help me learn about different topics or that are going to help me grow as a person. It also means getting better at my planning systems and making sure that whatever I'm doing is helping me grow as a person rather than holding me back in any sort of way. So really, it just means prioritizing personal growth and putting that at the front of my to-do list instead of always letting those things take the back burner. Okay, goal number 4 is a financial category goal, and this goal is to build financial security. Now, for me, that just really means building up some savings, because right now I have very little savings, and I just want to get to a place where if something were to happen, I would feel prepared for that. So spending less money, building my savings up, and also looking into things like my retirement funds and thinking further ahead on that, because I'm only a year into my teaching career and I do want to be forward thinking when it comes to my finances and thinking bigger picture, retirement, all of that. My boyfriend is actually very invested in his finances and is very forward thinking and long-term thinking, and I am not. I am naturally a spender. I am naturally like, finances, I'll get to them another time. But I know that there's a lot I need to learn. And so part of this goal is also just building my knowledge and getting a better understanding of my finances and what it looks like to create financial security. So building financial security is a big priority for me this year. So yeah, that's my financial goal. Goal number 5 is in the physical environment category. And for this one, I made it a goal to maintain organized and comfortable spaces. So last year, kind of an environmental category was to get moved out, get my own apartment, and just create a space that I love. And I really feel like I have done that. Right now I live in a studio apartment, so it's literally like my bedroom, my living room is over there, and then this is my office, and then that's my kitchen, and then around the corner is my bathroom. So it's a really interesting space to live in. If you've never lived in a studio apartment before, it's definitely interesting, but I really have created a space that I love here. And so a goal of mine is to just maintain it, keep it organized, keep it comfortable. I do tend to let things get like way messy before I get back to organizing it. So I just want to be better about maintaining my space around me because it does create a lot of clutter in my mental space, and I get really, really stressed out when my space is not organized and when things are a mess. So that's just something that's kind of environmental, but also it's a mental health goal. All right, so that was goal number 5. Goal number 6 is in the spirituality category. And my goal for spirituality is to be more active in my faith. So this goal is really important to me because I started going to church again last year and I really got consistent with it. I am also attending a small group that I meet with every week, and I just really feel like I'm in a good place spiritually, but I want to take that a step further and start becoming more active in my faith. Whether that means being more involved in my church, whether that means being more intentional with reading my Bible, whether that means surrounding myself with spiritual friends and having spiritual conversations. That could also mean making sure I'm praying every day, just taking it past going to church and going to small group and living out my faith more actively, serving others, whatever that looks like. So again, this is a really broad goal, but I think it would be fun to have kind of a different focus each month and each quarter of what that looks like. So anyway, I'm kind of excited about that one. All right, and then goal number 7 is my health and wellness goal. And this one, for those of you who are like a health goal go-getter, you're gonna be like, wow. But my goal is to eat healthier and increase physical activity / feel better. So really my ultimate goal is to just feel good when it comes to my health. I am not one of those people that gets too nitty-gritty about the way that I eat or the way that I exercise. What I really want to focus on in this category is exercising more frequently, just maintaining a healthy eating balance, and really the only thing I could work on in that area is my sugar intake. I do tend to drink a lot of soda and eat a lot of sweets, especially at night. So those are the 2 areas that I could definitely improve on. And then the third kind of area of my health I would like to add in there, and this is part of feeling better, is getting better sleep and getting on a better sleep schedule. So when I go into details about my goals, you'll see that reflected for sure. And then my last goal for 2021 is in the relationships category. And my goal is to be more intentional in growing and maintaining my relationships. Last year, I think my goal was to make more time for friends and family, and the pandemic happened. And in a way, honestly, I know for a lot of people that kept them from getting time with their friends and family, but for me, I actually got more time, whether that was having time to FaceTime my friends or being able to still spend quality time with family. I had more family time than I've ever had last year. It was truly amazing. And so I really just want to be more intentional now that I'm back at work and things hopefully will be going back to normal after they, get these vaccines out and all of that. I just want to be intentional about my time with people. And that's going to look like putting my phone down when I'm with them, or actually scheduling dates with them and doing specific things together and not just being there. It also looks like wishing people a happy birthday. I am so bad with birthdays, and I swear I'm always that person that's like giving them a late Facebook happy birthday post. So sending them a card on their birthday more than just sending them a text. So just being more intentional looks like going out of my way to really foster growth in my relationships and just maintain the amazing relationships that I already have. So those are my 8 Goals for 2021. I am so excited and I feel amazing about these goals. So I know that was a lot. And for those of you who are maybe new to goal setting, you might feel a little overwhelmed, and I don't blame you, but this is what works for me right now. I use this for my big picture, and then I use this planner for the nitty-gritty details, and that's just what works. So keep an eye out. I will also post another video. I'm actually gonna film it right after this, but I decided to do them in separate videos, otherwise it would have been way too long. But keep your eye out for my February goals video. That's where I'm gonna go into detail about how I actually use these goals on a month-to-month and weekly basis. So you kind of got to see how I set my goals up yearly, but how I look at it monthly will be a separate video. All right, that is all that I have for you guys in this video. I am so excited about using both of these systems this year, and I hope you guys keep an eye out for my future goal setting videos. Again, my plan moving forward is to post every single month my progress on my goals, as well as any changes I might be making to them, and then how I am planning on setting my goals each month. So if you are curious as to what my goals look like for the month of February, I'll even talk about what they kind of looks like in January, but January I didn't really set goals. I just kind of did some weekly actions and just kind of slowly dipped my toes in the water when it came to my goals. But this month I really went for it, and I'm excited to share that with you guys. So keep an eye out for my February goals, and then from then on, every single month, I will be posting my progress. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. I am really excited to see how this video does, and I want you to comment down below if you enjoyed the video, because that lets me know if this is something I should continue to do and continue to talk about and share with you guys. Because again, I really want to focus my content and make sure that I'm putting things out that you guys enjoy or that you think is helpful. If you are using some other goal setting system, let us know down below. I love talking about goals. So start up a conversation, let me know what you're using, what kind of goals you're setting this year, and of course, let me know if this is something that you are looking forward to with these videos. I'm super excited about it, but I don't want to just talk about myself. I want to know how you guys are doing and what sort of progress you're making. I do want to try and start conversations over on my Instagram. So I will pop my Instagram handle here on the screen so you can go give me a follow. Right now it's not super exciting, but that's one of my goals, and you can help hold me accountable and comment on my pictures and be like, Taylor, post something. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It really helps out my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. These are so good. These are my current favorites. I should do a favorites video. Oh, it's so hot in here. Oh my gosh, my cat is sleeping. I'm so proud of him. I was pretty sure he'd be like all over the place while I was recording this, and he's not. He's being precious. Just look at my cat. You see him? Oh my gosh. He's so stinking adorable. Anyways, can you guys see okay? I feel like it's really dark, but my ring light is nice. I don't know. I can't really tell. It keeps like going light and dark. This is why I shouldn't record on my phone. Why did I think it was a good idea to record on my phone? Oh God, did I have lipstick on my teeth? Oh yeah, we gotta do a thumbnail. Okay. Let's try some different things. All right, so here I am. I should have done this in the beginning. This. Ow. I just hit myself in the face. Oh, it's a good thing I live alone.